Hello! It is time for a video from Amy. It has been a while since I have done a little video update, and I've got lots of things to update you on. So I thought, what better way to do one than now to just throw a bunch of information at you. First of all, thank you all so much for a wonderful Fall Fest. It is really one of the highlights of my job. I love to see the people come out and interact with our youth and just the people of our church that come out. It's just such a great community outreach event. I mean, we feed people and we give people a little bit of joy in their day. So thank you all for a successful Fall Festival on Sunday. A really important date I want you to make sure you have on your calendars right now is our Ghost Ranch / Youth Sunday, which is November 20th. I know that is the matinee for Worcester High School's Elf production, but if we start at 10:15 and we get you out of the building by 11:15, I think that'll give you enough time to get to the high school for a 12 o'clock call time. So if you need some wiggle room, we can always put you at the beginning so that everybody gets a chance. So be thinking about, if you were at Ghost Ranch, be thinking about some of the things that were your favorite things. And it could be, water aerobics with Miss Trisha. It could be hiking to the top of the peak. It could be some things that you think, well, how can I do that in a church service? We would just want to make sure that we encapsulate everything that was important, because we really haven't given the church a rundown of what we did. So I just want to hear from you. I want to know what was important to you. And then we also need to know things like, what were some songs that we sang, some scriptures. We'll do a slideshow. We'll talk about some of those highlights and things too. But I really want you to start thinking about that. And then for everybody, Ghost Ranch travelers or not, Youth Sunday is a time. So if you're new, Youth Sunday is a time where the youth run the whole service, come up with scriptures, hymns, all of it. We use this time to be as creative as we can. So let's think about a theme. So by this Sunday, I want to have a theme so that we can then pick scriptures and really start to work on some of the aspects of the service that we can put together. Rachel will do some music with us. So it'll be a great morning. It always is. So think of a theme. Think of something over the past year. Think of something that's coming up in your life. A large theme, idea that we can go with. If not, we'll brainstorm on Sunday and come up with one. The snack schedule, it's in this link. If you could sign up for a snack on Sunday, it can be anything from a box of granola bars to something homemade, and pick up a pack of donuts on your way to church, whatever it would be. The kids really enjoy the snacks. So if you could please sign up, that would be super helpful. This Sunday is on the third Sundays of the month, the youth are being liturgists. So I would love to have a liturgist on the third Sunday of every month, which is the 16th of October. So if your youth is interested in this Sunday, please let me know. And if they are interested in general, let me know, and I'll get them on a schedule so we can have them on our books. And lastly, speaking of Ghost Ranch, summer's coming up. And I know that we're heading into fall and winter, but if I don't think about summer, then I'll go crazy in this cold winter months coming up. We all that went to Ghost Ranch, we loved it. We would go back in a second, I think, if we could. It was a little bit more expensive than I had anticipated, and I knew it would be a little bit more expensive than some of our other trips. Montreat is also an option. The caveat with Montreat is there are 2 separate weeks, one for junior high middle schoolers and one for senior high schoolers. So it would be, if we want to do Montreat, that's not something that we could do as a whole group. We can go, but we could go in those 2 different times. The middle school is one certain week. The high school is a series of 4 different weeks, like July through August, somewhere in there. I think the middle school one is in June. Ghost Ranch was a huge success. And the week that we went, we did our own programming. We had a few things provided to us by some of the college staff that was there. Another option, if Montreat is Montreat is every year. So we can always go to Montreat. Ghost Ranch is every year. So we can always go to Ghost Ranch. And then there's also like mission trips we could throw in there and actually do some mission work. So I want you to be thinking about these. So there's the Montreat aspect. Ghost Ranch. We could go back, have a week like we did it this week where we just do it all. We do First Pres people kind of run it, think of things, don't do anything in the afternoon. We just really we were able to really make Ghost Ranch what we wanted it to be. We had, like I said, some wonderful college staff that really helped us, guided us in some of the hikes and some of the morning activities and some evening activities. There's also they have a youth service week. They did not have it last year because since COVID, they really hadn't had all the programming staff back. But I anticipate that they will have that back this year. So that's an option. And so the youth service week is actual service work that we'll do with some spiritual components. But that would be primarily solely run by Ghost Ranch staff. So there's 2 options for Ghost Ranch too. And then the third option would be some kind of service project. Like I said, Ghost Ranch, we could do service projects. Montreat, I've never been to Montreat. I don't think there's a service project component in that one. I think it's more, conference type. So those are things that we need to really be thinking about. No matter which one of those options we choose, we have depleted our bank account. So all of our fundraising, we need to amp it up this year so that it's less money for our participants to have to travel. Speaking of one more important date, Italian dinner, let me get my notes, is coming up. And that one is a super, super huge fundraiser for us. And that date is February, wait for it, ready, set, February. Coming up, it's the next page, February 25th. So we will make sure that that is another smashing success for our, it's a youth fundraiser for us. So that, mark your calendars for that, and we'll set up on the Friday before, like usual. And then there's some other fundraising things. We did the bags the one year where we sewed cut the fabric and sewed for like a reusable gift bag. So we sold them around Christmas time, but they were Christmas bags, birthday bags, things, for other holidays and things. So we've still got some that are sewn up and ready to go. So we could, that's an easy thing to set out and sell those things. That made quite a bit of money. If you have other ideas or if you know of other fundraisers that are out there that are kind of easy to do, let's be thinking about those too, so that we can make it a little bit more affordable for our families to go to wherever we go this summer. So that's a lot of information. Thanks for Fall Fest. November 20th is Youth Sunday Ghost Ranch. Be thinking of what you want to contribute. And if you're not a reader or a singer or, you don't like to be in front of people, we've got pieces and parts for everybody. So I want you all to feel like you can be included in that. Montreat, Ghost Ranch, or service project, mission trip maybe. Again, we could do something locally too if we want to do either Montreat or Ghost Ranch again, and we could do a local service project. There's always need in our own community. And then February 25th is our Italian dinner. So, and we're also working with Trevor Dunlap and his wonderful camps to have a youth retreat in probably March. So, at his facility. So that's a lot. There was a 9-minute video for you to keep you busy this afternoon. So have a great day. Oh, and the snack schedule. So see you all on Sunday. Don't worry, you'll get more emails from me this week too. Have a great day.